Very good morning to you, especially on the Monday. It's not really my day of the week, but I will try to keep sober. And I wonder that who else in this forum room is involved with public institutes. So as for me, today's topic is really an intriguing one, to find out that what kind of, in a way, strategic attitude towards collecting the art on the universal sense. And as well as far as I know, that in Taiwan, all the public art museums have to collaborate closely with private collectors as well as galleries. So in this sense, I would also love to hear from both of our speakers as well as later from your feedbacks. If you can share with us some of your personal experiences. How can we deal with the globalization while keeping the localization surviving? So in this sense, it's difficult for me to open such a topic because in a way that just now I had some words with Haro because I've been working all over the world in the last 24 years. And so I feel at home and feel alien everywhere I go. And at some stage, I never spend more than 6 weeks in one place. And so instead of collecting items, objects, and I prefer to collect the experiences, the encounters with people, or try to, and in this sense, I also try to create the similar experiences for the visitors coming to the museum or to my exhibitions. So, to begin with, I would like to pose a question to all of you. I don't expect the immediate answers, of course, because we are about to hear two distinguished guests to talk about their topic. But I would like to put such a question to you. Is it still possible for us to keep on continuously collecting objects, art pieces, and when there are much more installations, conceptual arts, or even the collective exhibitions that's presented in the form of like biennials or large-scale exhibitions? Is that still worthwhile? Or is it possible for us to keep on expanding the spaces, physical spaces, to continuously work on collections? And instead, shall we adopt an alternative way of thinking? Just try to create the chances, opportunities, or stages for artists or critics, curators to express themselves as much as they can, and to encourage the people to have an alternative way to think about art, to experience art, and eventually build up their collections by experiencing art. So, of course, I mean, this is kind of to be totally different approach to begin such a topic. But this is my doubts, all over all these years. And so it's in this way. I must still say that, of course, I mean, I still believe in collecting arts. But in a way, to run a public-owned museum or to manage an institute and try to sustain it, like most of us are confronted with such kind of survival issue. And so that's why I posted the question. But in any way, I must say that I appreciate all of you being here, and especially to our guests, will share with us their special point of view. And I believe all of you share the same passion as I do. So without passion, we can never sustain anything toward the end of our career or life. But in a way, I think we have all to be so disciplined in figuring out the positionings, set up the strategy, the programming, and so on. But eventually, we come up with an attitude towards collection. So how to manage ourselves, so to deal with the unlimited passion, to sustain, and also to get ourselves disciplined in such a way, and we can better our collection. But eventually, what kind of attitude we should adopt towards reflecting ourselves or on the whole world in general. So, yeah, and I obviously realize that I'm not really awake yet. So, so I hope that you can all join us to have a very good evening, very inspiring, and especially I know that one of our speakers has to catch the plane right after. So I also expect our audience here to not fail to their expectations. So later on, please try to interrogate them in a way. Yeah. Okay. So 谢谢大家哈，今天到这个莅临现场啊，因为其实今天这场非常的早，那我更早起床。对礼拜一的第一场这个讲座哈，其实都是人性的大挑战啊。那这个所以待会儿的话就麻烦各位尽量这个发言啊。那我刚才用不一样的这个方式开始，其实并不是要挑战，而是包括我个人从参与这个国际艺术拍卖公司，或者说我们参与这个国际性的大型双年展，那到现在必须要经营一个100%公部门支持的这个艺术机构，我们到底要怎么样平衡这个对艺术的这个热情啊，然后可是要非常的有纪律，可是同时又要这个有相当的态度，不管是面对这个自身的处境啊，或是面对这个全世界，那这个部分的话，是不是有可能有替代性的思考？但这个有一种理想性的色彩在里头啊。这种替代性的思考是说，到底有没有可能？包括我自己在这个过去24年中，这个在42个国家的工作经验，让我知道那是不可能典藏任何的这个物件。到最后有没有可能，就是从典藏记忆、不可磨灭的记忆，然后把这样子的这个心灵空间，或者说这个记忆空间扩充然后这个不再去执着于探讨收藏这个艺术品本身。当然，这个是一种逆向的这个思考，这不代表说这个我反对收藏的本身啊。那收藏本身非常可贵，可是在这个空间的资源不太可能在极力的扩充之下到底还有什么样的部分可以真正的增加我们的收藏群众因为这个到最后可能顶尖的收藏家，或者说这个有相当条件，包括空间条件的收藏家，可能在未来的世代比较有可能做大规模或持续性的这个当代艺术的这个典藏那在这个状况下，在扩充所谓这个 collector 的这个定义里头，到底有没有另外的可能性因为到最后一个这个好的艺术市场，其实包括要很多的这个支持者就是说要欣赏者、参与者本身会不会是我们过去这个因为不把只是把他们当成 potential collector 一个这个具有潜力的收藏家，可是某个程度来讲，典藏这个艺术品 跟他互动的记忆的这个本身，是不是也有可能被扩充来思考啊？那总而言之，这个因为待会儿我们的讲者当中有人必须要赶飞机哈，所以我待会儿麻烦各位真的尽量掌握时间。那很可惜，我们今天本来有预定的这个讲者他这个最后不克出席。不过这样也好，我们让2位这个出身背景非常不一样的这个讲者尽量可以畅所欲言。那我特别个人特别有兴趣的是在于说其实我们到最后都是做国际发声的这样子的选择，包括他们2位到今天参与今天的这场论坛，其实都是这个很强的这个国际参与在。但是他们各自的出身，就包括可能绝大多数在座的我们其实可能都是小国寡民不能说是这个在 Euro-American centric 里头做这个所谓的这个主流主导的这个部分，但是这个部分代表全体或者说边缘去这个丰富主流，我们到底有没有可能到最后用这个try to adopt a complementing way or in complementary way， 就是从可能是恭维或丰富别人的这个角度来扮演这个互补的角色那总而言之，这个待会儿大家会看到说其实像土耳其出身的他们或是伊朗出身的他们对我们来讲，坦白讲还甚至比我们对欧美的这个艺术或亚洲艺术还陌生那最后我也分享跟各位的这个一个比较个人的部分，因为我是在80年代末念完大学才到欧洲去念书，还有工作，那始终都是在所谓的不是这个主流国家里面参与。那我赫然发现说，其实我们对自己的这个认识，或是对这个跟我们一样处境的这个课题其实认知远比我们对被制约了，或是被这个 mindset 认为说应该多认识的这个对象认知的少之又少那所以对不起，我不晓得他们没有这个 simultaneous translation 好，没有关系没关系，礼拜一早上一切都可以被原谅OK。Yeah, everything can be excused, on Monday morning. I'm sorry because just now I did post make some statements, but that's okay. Yeah. So, 请教我们现在是哪位要先还是 Haro 先嘛 ？Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it's all for you because I know you are pressed by time. So please.
Beatrice, that was a great introduction, at least the part that I understood. Actually, I'm tempted to set aside my presentation and talk about the question that you posed about collecting objects, especially objects that are nice and shiny and colorful and that we can comfortably put on a pedestal or hang on the wall behind our sofa. I hope that we'll get back to that question at the Q&A section because I do want to address that issue in terms of collecting. But let me first thank the team at the Art Taipei for putting together this forum. It's a lot of effort, and I really appreciate it. I think this dialogue and the sharing of information and exchange of ideas is very helpful. Like Beatrice, I also typically don't get to spend more than 6 weeks in one location. Actually, if it's more than 2 weeks, I'm happy. I think that's the malaise of our generation. But still, when I told people that I was coming to Taipei, the reaction was, oh, you are traveling a lot. And when I tell them that I go to New York, nobody even blinks. So I think that's the general attitude, especially in Turkey, that is used to looking towards the West, towards Europe and the US, rather than to the East. And only lately, we have been waking up that there is a lot of interesting things happening and that have happened to the east of us. I really appreciate people like Kerimcan, who made a presentation a couple of days ago, for having started exploring this trail a few years ago with his gallery, the Empire Project, and participating in various art fairs in Asia. Vasif Kortun curated the Taipei Biennial, I believe in 2008. That must have been an occasion for the Taipei audience to meet some Turkish artists. By the way, Vasif Kortun is the person who put Istanbul on the international art circuit with his Istanbul Biennial back in 1992, and with all the other projects that he has done since. So hopefully that has started a nice dialogue. I wasn't involved in Istanbul that much in 2008. I don't know how many people got to visit the biennial from Turkey, but I'm hoping that that exchange will grow. My understanding is, also having attended a few of the talks, there are some significant differences among the various art markets in Asia, but there are also some meaningful similarities that can be leveraged for mutual benefit. Understanding what has been done or what is being done in other places, I believe is quite helpful in evaluating your own situation and charting your own path forward. I think that would help us avoid the trap of reinventing the wheel and not making real progress. And actually, that idea of creating reference points so that people can make better informed decisions was our main, is the core of the Collectorspace concept. And the focus of my presentation is this initiative called Collectorspace. And admittedly, it's a tiny little initiative compared to everything else that goes on in Istanbul and beyond. But I hope that it does have some significance in the Taipei context and in the wider region. Well, Collectorspace is very new. We are a non-profit, tax-exempt institution that was formed in 2009 in New York, and then we opened our first location in Istanbul in September of 2001, so a little longer than a year ago. And this is what the space looks like. What we do here is to exhibit a single artwork from a private collection, and taking that as our starting point for the discussion about the collection as a whole and about collecting in general. We present a video with the collectors at their home where they talk about their collecting approach, their passion, their motivation, and also we show how they present the artworks that they own at their home environment.